Dude, I was upstairs trying to get the kitchen fixed. We recorded the audio.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. You're upstairs trying to get the
kitchen fixed.
kitchen.
The pigeon kitchen.
It's gorgeous, gory.
Penitentiary. Trying to get the kitchen fixed. I ripped out that white wire and I'm running it over to the cart.
Which white wire?
The one that everybody uses next to the oven.
Oh, over by the cart? So you can plug in like the
bitches be liking my shit.
No just be liking your shit.
They like my tweet.
Okay.
Anyways, I would start with an intro.
Yeah.
I like the intro that you talked about.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to have a good reason for doing it. You're just doing it to do it.
Okay.
Discipline. Like there's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So just go for it.
So am I talking with you now?
No, you're talking to the camera still. But we're recording. But it will be a conversation. I'm just here.
You're not gonna.
You want to have a conversation with me? I don't think they want to see a conversation of you talking to me. Do they? That's why we're doing it. That's why you're figuring it out to see. What do they want to see? Would they want to see you talking with me on camera or off camera?
They want to see your pretty face, Jay.
It's the curls.
It's the girls, get them girls. You want it.
Oh, curls. But no, it's just...
Hi.
We don't know what it is. It's just explained that it's a pilot. You wanted to try a new form of content.
Yeah.
You know, just having a conversation, opening the discussion.
Cool.
That's about it.
I'm gonna clap still.
Yeah, why not?
Hi. That is so awkward. What is up, guys? My name is David Rice, and I wanted to clear something up really fast. As most of you know, you probably just know me from Instagram, where my handle is David Ben Rice. My last name isn't Ben Rice, it's just Rice. I get that a lot, so just to start it off. So you're probably wondering why you're here today. I'm starting a podcast. I don't really have a good reason why, but I thought it'd be a cool way to interact with new people and kind of shed a different light on my life. So this episode is mostly going to just be me talking at you about my life and where I'm kind of at right now. But future episodes, I want to get your feedback to see what I should talk about, who I should bring on. I already have a lot of people in mind that I want to bring on here, just to talk about different random topics. But yeah, we'll jump right in.
Oh, this isn't like cutscene, bro. It's supposed to feel like one take.
One take?
I did.
What? Bro, I can't do one take. 10 minutes of talking, one take.
Yeah, man, it's easy.
Alright, well, I was born and raised in Santa Cruz, California. Is that good? Can I
Yeah.
go? Alright. I was born and raised in Santa Cruz, California. Right now, I am 20 years old. I had a beard this morning. I do not have a beard now. Not for the podcast. I just decided that. Actually, I'm also a model. Surprisingly.
I like that.
And most of the brands I work with, like their audiences, their target audience isn't like 40-year-old men, so I had to shave, which is okay. It's worth it. So yeah, born and raised in Santa Cruz, California. I found out about Instagram in 9th grade. I did not like it. My friend Connor Rohde, shout out Connor Rohde, told me about it, and I was like, dude, that's so lame. Why would I hop on another social media? I'm on Facebook. I get hella likes on Facebook. Why would I go to Instagram? And he said, well, dude, it's so cool. All the girls are on here. So I was like, okay. Hopped on Instagram. Didn't really care about it. 11th grade rolled around, and I met this girl named Gwen, and she was this beautiful Instagram model, and she still is. Shout out Gwen. And we also had a mutual friend named Marie, who was a photographer at the time. And they just started shooting, taking photos of each other, having a good time. And I think Marie and Gwen both approached me and were like, hey, like, you have a good look. You should come take some photos with us. So we went out, took some photos. I really enjoyed it. It's probably the fact of hanging out with pretty girls, having lots of attention. It was cool. And I just kind of started building a little bit of an Instagram profile, a little bit of a modeling portfolio. And that was a big, big change in my life. I was kind of on the route of just going to college, having a good time, and being introduced to the modeling world and just the influencer world at such an early stage was an awesome opportunity. So my senior year, it was pretty laid back in school, and a lot of my time was just spent shooting. I only had like 700 or 800 followers. I remember hitting 1,000 followers senior year and being just super stoked. Obviously, looking back on that, it's kind of insane, but at the time that was awesome. And I think I was like peaking at the end of year, at the end of my senior year at like 1,200 followers, and I wasn't really expanding my network in the social media space. And out of nowhere, the week before my finals, a Wednesday night, the week before my finals, this dude named Jacory motherfucking Lunsford DMs me over Instagram. I had heard about Jacory. Actually, I don't even know if I'd heard about him, but I screenshotted the DM conversation to my now like ex-girlfriend. And she's like, no way, like Jacory Lunsford, like he's an amazing photographer. I've been following him for years, blah, blah, blah. Talking about how awesome this guy was. I was like, all right, cool. Like, he's hitting me up for a shoot. He wants to shoot Aeropostale the next day. Let's do it. So I went on this shoot with him, and we actually like hit it off. Like, we had a good time, really good shoot. I think
Is I. Good time.
Jacory's off camera. He said is I. He said I was actually ugly that day. Anyways, he invited me the very next day. Keep in mind, this is the Friday before my next week of finals of senior year, before I go off to college. And he's like, yo man, I'm going on this quote-unquote influencer trip to Yosemite tomorrow with like 4 or 5 really cool people. You should come, you and your girlfriend. And I was like, please God, let my parents let me skip school tomorrow so I can go on this trip with them. I like run home, asked my parents, and I like convinced them. They said yes, and I was like, please let my girlfriend's parents say yes, because if her parents said no, then I probably wouldn't have been able to go either. It was just like that. Luckily, both set of parents said yes. We went on this amazing trip. Literally woke up at like 2 or 3 a.m. I don't even know, super early. Drove to San Francisco, met up with Jacory and all these new people. I forget who was there. Who was there? Like John Nelson,
Olivia
Vladimir,
Chandler
Wilson,
Zach,
Derek Fresky.
Oh, Derek was there. It was a good time. Half the group was from SF, half the group came from LA.
Yeah.
Since it's like in the middle, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a rad trip. All of them were like super famous to me. I was freaking out the whole time. And overall, I just had like a really good experience. And that kind of just opened the door that whole summer. It was just nonstop working, shooting, having a good time with people, just meeting new people in the space. At the time, Jacory was working and helped create a company called H Influencers. So that's what he was working on, and we're kind of just all doing trips together. That was a really cool experience. Keep in mind, I was already committed to going to Colorado State University, and in the back of my head, I was like, fuck, man, I'm going to Colorado next, like, the influencers aren't out there, like, all of the influencers, all my friends are moving down to Southern California, getting super famous, yada, yada. So I was stressing about it, but I had a positive mindset and just kind of kept working at it. Anyways, freaking went out to Colorado for 2 years. My whole mindset when I was out there was to get back to Southern California, stay in contact with Jacory and other people, and that's what I did. Like, I got really good grades, and my plan quickly like formed into like, okay, after 2 years I will be able to transfer to a school in Southern California. So I worked my ass off, got like a 3.6, 3.7 GPA, applied to schools my second year, and I got accepted into Cal State Long Beach. Didn't get accepted into Irvine. I still don't know why, but ended up. God, I don't even know how to tell the story right, man. I guess it was like my sophomore year. I started like going to your house once a month.
On like the weekends.
Yeah.
You and Greta would come through.
Yeah.
Well, first you met Greta.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Damn, this is hard. All right. So
we'll leave the Greta story for when she comes on to the podcast.
I won't talk about a specific Greta story, but I'll talk about, like, I met this beautiful girl. Wayne, hopefully you can put a Greta picture.
Maybe do something in like the right corner, like
yeah.
Right here. Boom. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What's up, baby? I met this beautiful girl from South Africa the second semester of my freshman year, and she was just at the time getting into modeling, and I had like 7K at the time on Instagram, And everyone was like, "Oh, 7K in Colorado, you're famous, a stud." Yeah, so I actually took her on a shoot the first day we met, and we kicked it off, hit it, and we just started hanging out all the time. And we started modeling together, started building up a portfolio together. The whole summer we like grew. We hit 10K that summer. It was crazy. And I don't think I was even really talking with you, Jacory, at that time. Like, Jacory went ghost on me.
I was busy.
Yeah, he was busy doing his own life. And I think it was the end of my like freshman year of college summer when we really started getting our first like paid monthly gigs. One of my first was Pure Beauty Bracelets. Shout out Griffin Thal, you're the man. And yeah, we started getting these paid gigs. Obviously, we didn't want to shoot most of the content in Colorado because that wasn't kind of the brand that we built. I built my brand as a California lifestyle model, and she was trying to do the same thing. So now that we had some funds to go travel, we needed a place to go and a place to stay. Luckily, I reached out to my friend Jacory, and he said that we could crash with him. So every month, for literally 9 months, Greta and I would fly at least once a month to Laguna Beach, technically Santa Ana. He would come pick us up, let us stay at his house, take photos of us, and we'd create some rad content and we'd fly back to Colorado every month. It was literally Split Life Living, like in the Weeknd song. What song is that? Split Life Living.
I don't know, man.
The Morning, great song. Yeah.
Can you sing it for us again?
I'm trying to remember the exact. Visit every month. No, visit California every month like I'm Split Life Living.
Visit every month like I'm Split Life Living.
Like that, bro, just like that. So yeah, that really helped kind of build a stronger relationship with Jacory. Just kept expanding the network of people I knew, kept growing the social presence. And near my second semester of sophomore year, one of the trips when I flew out here, I was meeting with Jacory and some of our other friends. We were like, shit, dude, like, why don't we all live together? Why don't we just have an awesome place together where we can create, just be friends and start businesses together and do awesome things together? So we started looking for places on the market that we could all live in. There was, I think, 5 of us at first that were planning on doing it. And yeah, at the end of my sophomore year, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to school out in California. I told my parents that like I'm gonna go out to school there. And then right before I was gonna move, I found out like my acceptance into Cal State Long Beach was rescinded. I believe that's the correct word, because one of the required classes to take that I thought like would fulfill the requirements didn't actually fulfill the requirements. So I was like, oh my gosh, my parents are gonna kill me. They were super upset, obviously, and they didn't want me to leave Colorado. They just wanted me to finish it out in Colorado. And I said, look, like, give me 1 year in California to see what I can do outside of school. And luckily, thank you, Mom and Dad, they said yes to that. So the last 6 months, 6 or so months since.
I can't count.
Since the end of June, I've been living in Laguna Beach with 4 of my best friends. They're all actually college dropouts. One of them dropped out of high school. Shout out to Jacory. And yeah, we've just been doing some awesome stuff together. Recently, I got hired by Go Viral. They created an app called Caro, which I'm sure we'll talk more about in a later podcast. But yeah, I have a full-time job now. I'm still doing modeling. I picked up a camera. I'm doing photography now. And I started the clothing brand. So that's a little bit of a rundown of where I'm at. It's not super detailed. But yeah. Got anything else for me?
Good time. Give them a nice little sign off and then explain that, like, what the podcast is.
Okay.
Of what the goal of it is.
I don't know what the goal is. I just want to talk.
Explain it.
There is really no goal of this podcast. I guess if there was any, it would be another way to connect with you guys and just kind of build a cool community and just talk about cool things with cool people. I feel like we have really good conversations, not just me and you, Jacory, but everyone around us. We have cool conversations about interesting topics, and why not put a camera in front of us and share some of the stuff we're talking about with other people. But like I said, I would love to hear about what you guys think we should talk about. Any suggestions is totally welcome. Thank you. But yeah, thanks for tuning in for this first one. Hopefully I'll see you soon.